Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am coming back with a WWE video. In this WWE video, I want to be talking about the women's evolution and thing because I'm going to give you some matches I want to see for the women's evolution. I think it's something different. I'm going to be mixing new school with old school and thing. So that is that. I'm going to be featuring girls from NXT, NXT UK, Raw, SmackDown, and thing. So that is that. So I think y'all remember probably about a couple weeks ago, they kind of sort of announced that it will be a Evolution 2. Um, so if this is true, I already decided, okay, what female wrestlers I want to see tag team together and what female wrestlers I want to see wrestle each other and what legends I would want to see return. So without further ado, let's get started, and let's start with female alumni, and we're going to start with the alumni that I would want to see return. So I actually saw something on Wrestling News on YouTube mentioned something about AJ Lee might be returning. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that is true. So yeah, I want to see her make a return. Um, Ascalana make a return. Even see Alicia Fox. I mean, she has to return. She was a big part of the women's evolution. We might get Cameron returning. We might get Candice Michelle and Cherry. I really believe she should make a return. Christy Hemming, Dawn Marie, um, for this only night, Eva Marie, E. Torres, Francine. I actually think Francine should be returning as well. Let's see. Jillian Hall, yeah, to the fullest. Caitlin, Kelly, Karma from Karma, aka Awesome Kong, Layla Ali, Jillian Garcia, Maria Kanellis, Maxine, Melina, Michelle McCool, Molly Holly. Let me see who else. Rosa Mendez, Stable, Sarah Logan. I'm gonna give you why. For Stacy Keebler, Summer Rae, Terry Reynolds, Tanya Cotti, Tiffany, Tori Wilson, Victoria, and things. I would like to see them return, but I have to also see Trish and Lita, Jazz, Jacqueline, all of them to return because those are our top girls right here. Now I know we probably will get a just, and I'm gonna say just only an appearance by Sarah Logan, Nikki Bella, and Brie Bella, and maybe an appearance or a video appearance by these ladies and thing, because it would be cool to have, we got our four pregnant women who have done so much for this company to appear. Now, y'all know me. The reason I will say, y'all probably hear me say Jazz a lot because I'm a huge fan of Jazz, and I know Jazz and the WWE's kind of got something going on legally, But I wish they could just go on and just finish that up before she can make her appearance, because I think Jazz is a great female and thing. But yeah, so let's get started on some matches I would want to see. Now, one of the matches I would want to see is Trish Stratus versus Sasha Banks. I think Sasha Banks is a phenomenal, let me say, a phenomenal female wrestler. So, yeah, I would love. Let me just say, I would love to see it. That's one thing I would love to see that. Let's see. Oh my God, if we actually did get AJ Lee to come back, I would love to see AJ Lee versus Alex Bliss. Yes, I said it. I would want to see AJ Lee versus Alex Bliss. Yes. So thumbs up this video or comment below if you would love to see Alex Bliss versus AJ Lee. I would love to see NXT wrestler Aaliyah. And I would want to see Aaliyah versus Tori Wilson. Now that would I think that would be a good one. Now I have to say this. I would want to see Ruby Riott. Um, Let me get this girl's name before I can call her name. I know it's a girl on here I would love to see Ruby Riott team up with. Green hair with green hair. If you get what I'm talking about. If y'all get what I'm talking about when I say green hair and green hair teaming up together. So I would love to see Aaliyah versus Soxy Blackheart. There we go. Ruby Riott and Soxy Blackheart versus. Ooh. Oh my God. If I had to say the them two versus the Iconics, I think that will be a pretty good something we can see. Now this is where they need to bring. I want to see Charlotte Bordeaux versus Jillian Hall. I mean, I think that would be a good match. Um, let's see. Let's go to UK. Let's see. Oh my God. Viper Niven versus Nia Jax. I think that will be a good match. I would want to see Tony Storm versus. Let me see. Tony Storm versus. We can see Tony Storm versus. Let's see. Natty. Natalia. Yes. That's who I would want to see wrestling. Okay. Let's see. I will want to see Dana Brooks. I would want to see Dana Brooks versus Victoria. Dana Brooks versus Victoria. I think that would be a real good match. And then or Lacey versus Victoria. I think them two will probably be a good match, or a 2-on-1 handicap match in that situation. So y'all, which one of those women you would want to see versus Victoria? I mean, those two matches will make a great match. Now, I'm just jumping everywhere, y'all. Sorry about that. If I could say Bianca Belair, I could say this pay-per-view will be Bianca Belair's coming out moments. I will want to see Bianca Belair versus Oh. Um. Bianca Belair versus Zelina Vega. This will be the time where we need to see Zelina Vega wrestle. So yeah, that'll be good. Or see Bianca versus um no, not her. Or see her versus Carmella. That'll be great. Now another match that Zelina Vega could do. This is something I always wanted to see because I wanted to see Zelina Vega versus Lana. And the reason that I do want to see this, I just think it will make a great match for the Evolution pay per view. Now, I would want to see a battle royal, but but in a different way. This is where if they did a battle royal, I think they would invite unknown female wrestlers and things like, oh, let me give some names that I know of. Taylor Wilde, who started back wrestling, um Kimberly, um Faye Jackson, people who's on in mostly independent and stuff, or people who's like mostly on independent wrestling shows and thing. I want to see them bring those women in for a battle royal, and I just think that will be a good something we could see. Now another thing is I want to see all female commentary. You going? I know y'all like going. Wait, what you mean by female commentary? I mean we can have Beth Phoenix. We can have Beth Phoenix on the mic. We can have Beth Phoenix as a commentator. We can have Jacqueline as a commentator. Oh my God, let's see. We can have Paige as the commentator. Those can be our top three female commentators. Then ring announcing. We can have JoJo, or and I know it's somebody. Let me pull this back up, y'all. It's a female commentator. I mean announcer. I I can't think of her name, but I know she's on NXT. Alicia Taylor and or Charlie Caruso or Kayla Braxton. Those are the six women that should be doing backstage commentary or doing ring announcing before the women's Evolution pay per view. I just think having a all women's commentary team for the women's pay per view is great. Now, this is where they need to bring in more, and let me say more women referees for the pay per view or have a mixture. So that's just my opinion. But I mean, we could. Now I think this probably no, 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 no. Raquel, not her, Mercedes Martinez. Now I think Mercedes Martinez. I know about her. I know her about her style. Her style is kind of similar to Rey Mysterio. So when I see Mercedes Martinez, I can see Mercedes Martinez. I want to see Sadie Martinez versus Tamina Snuka. So I want to hear y'all. Would y'all want to see that? Is that a good match for a WWE Evolution pay per view or not? So, last but not least, let's talk about some matches that probably could be female main events. So, so let me give you four main event matches we could have. Okay, starting with Raw, we could see, and I'm doing this for a reason. We can see Peyton Royce versus Liv Morgan. I think that will be a pretty good match. Um, we can see Billy Kay, and I'm going to mention Bianca again. Bianca versus Billy Kay. All right, that's the two matches from SmackDown. I would want to see if we had if they was main event. For that was for Raw. For SmackDown, we have let's see. We can have Naomi versus Sonya Deville. I think that would probably be a good match. Or, and I'm gonna give you a special match in a minute, and then for NXT, we probably could see um, Dakota Kai versus Chelsea Green versus Candice LeRae versus Casey Cesaro, Caitlyn Carter, let me see, and Rhea Ripley. I think that match will be a pretty good match right there. I mean, run the gauntlet match for a number one contender match. Run the gauntlets. I think that's what it could be. Women, women run the gauntlet match. I think that would be a good match. Now, that's NXT. NXT UK. Let's start with that. We're gonna go with that. NXT UK is. I also would say they can probably bring us a good gauntlet match. It could be for the NXT UK women's title belt. It would be KT Ray. Can pick her place where she wants in the match, but it can be KT Ray versus Isla Dawn versus Nia Summers versus Isaiah Brookside. Um, them three and Viper Niven. Now, this is going to be my last one I will want to see, and I'm going to tell you why I will want to see this match, because I think of the legacy they come from. So I would say I would want to see Tamina and Naomi and Nia Jax, them three, versus Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, and Carmella in a tag match. I just think that will be a great match that we can see for the women's evolution pay-per-view match. I think this would be a great match. Out of all of the matches that I showed you that WWE could do for the second women's evolution pay-per-view, I want to hear your opinion. Do you like them? Or do you got a few comments about them? Until then, y'all, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.